for a spa day. Oh, I am a slut.
Are you okay? Destiny's Child, when were they together as a group? I don't even know.
Are you serious right now? Do you know the song Cater to You?
No.
Amber Brink. Send me food. When I say I'm hungry, hey, there's food at the door.
Give me a burger. I would love that.
Are you kidding me? I would bust it wide open.
It is episode 3 of Straight to Cam, a Wave original presented by Prize Picks. I'm your host, Cameron Brink.
And I'm your girl, Sydel Curry-Lee. And on this week's episode, we're talking about all the things. The rules of being flown out, the Luka and Anthony Davis trade, and Kanye West and Bianca Censori's Grammy red carpet.
Okay, you guys, we are starting off with our confessionals, and this is going to be a constant thing. This is where we expose ourselves, and it's kind of how we're going to pregame the show.
Mm-hmm.
So
let me hear it.
Mine starting off is I was in a sorority, and I'm hesitant bringing that up to people because I think people judge you for that.
Whatever.
I don't care. It's fine. I'm not your maybe I am. But I'm not. We're not like your stereotypical, like you're clapping at the doorway kind of Alabama sorority. It was different at Stanford. Okay. But I was in a sorority, Kappa Alpha Theta, go Cats. And I never went to chapter unless it was absolutely mandatory. I didn't go to chapter.
Okay, so what is chapter? Because I was never in that sorority world.
For us, it was like every Monday night you had to go and be in the common room, and they would talk about basically like talk shop, like what we need to do, who needs to clean, who needs to hash. I never hashed.
Wait, what is hash?
Like cleaning, I think.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know.
I'm asking the wrong person.
But I feel bad. Looking back, I wish I did put a little bit more into it because I met so many good friends through it.
Well, I also think that you pledging as an athlete is not normal.
It's like all athletes at Stanford though.
Really?
Like most, and maybe I'm biased because I talked to more athletes in the house, but I swear it was a lot of athletes, which was cool.
At Elon, where I went to school, Elon University, shout out to the Phoenix. Go Phoenix is. That's what you say. Anyways, the only sports that pledged, is that what you say?
Yeah,
pledged. Rushed.
Yeah.
I think were soccer and
lacrosse.
Maybe lacrosse, but definitely the football team.
Okay.
Mostly the black players did. What's the pan? What is it called? Pan. I don't know. I'm asking the wrong person who didn't go to chapter.
Yeah.
But so we because volleyball took so much time, and obviously I'm sure basketball took just as much time, if not more, because you actually were up there in championships and stuff.
One.
Hey, take it where you can. The time, where did you find the time to even rush or go to any of the events, not let alone chapter?
So honestly, I think it worked out well. I rushed when it was midst of COVID. So all of the interviews, which were so weird to begin with, were over Zoom. So it just made it really easy. And most of them were off camera. So we couldn't see who we were talking to, which took the bias out of it, I guess.
Oh.
But I'm they know my name shows up. I'm I think you know who I am, but
do you have a little?
I did have a little.
All the cliche things that I know about sororities.
Yeah, but no, my little's Brooke. You know Brooke.
Oh, Brooke! Shout out to Brooke.
So
Dimitri.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know Brooke. I played with Brooke at Stanford, and you're supposed to kind of keep it a secret who your little is. But I just told her, I was you're my little.
Can you pick, or they pick for you?
You can pick.
Oh, so there's a little bias.
Yeah. I'm so glad I did it.
All the rules. I
broke a lot of rules, but it was fun.
Well, my confessional this week is I had to steal a diet Mountain Dew from my Uber driver because I was about to yak in his car. Actually, I was having flashbacks of nights out.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, we've all been there.
Oh gosh.
We've all been there where you're driving home from a long night of just having fun with your friends. Good old solid innocent fun.
And you have to pay. I pay for the Uber cleanup.
Yes. Okay, that fee.
It's expensive. I got charged. You want to know how? I won't even give the details because it's disgusting. But it was a $200 cleanup fee.
It's disgusting.
Insane. Anyway, sorry.
No.
Continue.
I caught some bug that's going around. and I have a week of travel. Right, I'm on the end of my week. I have like 4 more days left of travel.
Okay.
But I was feeling sick, and I slept the whole flight. Was able to keep myself in order. Got in the Uber. Was headed to my brother's house where I was staying, and literally 2 minutes from the Uber, I was like, "Sir, you're gonna need to pull over. You're gonna need to pull over right now." And he was like, "Right now?" And I'm like, "Yeah, right now." Like right now. And before he even stopped the car, like had the door open, and he was so sweet.
Well, he's probably thankful you said something.
I know.
People don't.
I mean,
say stuff.
Back in my day, I probably, if I was under the influence, I probably wouldn't have
just been
able to do that. But he's so sweet. He like I guess he didn't have water or anything because who wants to wash their mouth out with a Diet Mountain Dew?
That was really
the diet part really got me. Honestly, if it was a regular Mountain Dew, I'd been like, okay, but
really, the diet part is what got you.
I don't like diet. I mean, I'll drink it, but
wait, that's actually hilarious.
But yeah,
what
bless his heart
though.
Bless his heart. I don't know your name and I don't know anything about you, but you are an awesome man, and I really appreciate you.
We've truly all had one of those moments. Like that just happens. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. So like I was saying, though, I am on the tail end of a travel week, and Damien's gone like every day, basically, during the season. It's actually the beginning of this year. He was home like 9 days in January.
Wow.
And then we're like early into February, and he's been home like 1 day. So I've been gone too, and we have been in a very long distance relationship. It's rough.
Yeah, I think people romanticize like wanting to have a partner that plays professional sports, and it's actually really hard. They're never home. I mean, thank goodness the W season isn't as long. I don't know if I could play.
Yeah, but you're still doing like.
But still, I'm away from Ben for a long time, and
that's what I'm saying. Like even though the W season is so short, on the off season you're still working. Like you're modeling, you're doing stuff for New Balance.
You kind of just get into a good groove, even though it sucks, but you just have to make it work. So
I mean, but we were talking about this earlier because you were like, you need to be at least 10 minutes away from me, like for me to be in a relationship with you.
No, literally.
You feel like you wouldn't do a long distance, because all I know is a really long distance. When Davey and I got together, I was going into my senior year in college, and he was with Maine, the Red Claws. So all I know is long distance. You wouldn't.
But you guys were together before you went long distance.
No, I think we weren't.
Really?
No.
You were a little bit. What was the drive initially?
When we got together, he was in Maine.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I don't know how long that drive is, but.
So, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think now that I'm engaged, I'm like, yeah, we would do long distance if we absolutely needed to. But if Ben was like at another college across the country, I don't even talk to, I'm like, I don't want to start that.
You wouldn't do it.
No.
It's not for the faint of heart, for sure.
No, it's not easy.
It's really difficult.
I need a lot of attention, like in the present. So that's why I'm like, I would just need to be near them.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I feel that. No, I feel it. It definitely gets harder the longer you've been in the relationship, especially like we have the off seasons now where he's home a lot more, but I also have kids, and so it's like it hits harder when he's gone.
Yeah. Okay, but then so how do you keep the spark going through all the craziness?
It's not as juicy as you think it is.
Okay, well, let's hear it.
No, I mean, you just kind of like, this is going to sound so sappy.
No.
But it's really just like, if he's not home, then like he's on my phone on FaceTime just like watching me like chase
you guys
our
are
kids
really
around.
Cute,
like,
yeah.
Daxton, put that down, or Darren, do this. Like, it's literally where it's like we just keep FaceTime on all the time. And then, actually, I want to give him some advice, because maybe he can do things to help me out. I'm like, send me food when I say I'm hungry. Just like, hey, there's food at the door.
I wish Ben would do that.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
I would bust it wide open. If he just sent me food to the door, like that's how easy it is. I mean, clearly there's no issues with that at this point. But like, it's like simple things like send me random, like
it is. It's truly
food,
men. It's we should give advice to all men right now.
Yeah,
it's like just listen, and the solution's simple. Go on DoorDash and hit order on like Chipotle. I don't know, what do you want?
Easy.
Usually? A smash burger. Give me a burger. I would love that. It's not that hard.
Taco Bell.
I
got you right that one. Really bad.
Taco Bell I used to love Taco Bell, and it's just like Chili's.
Oh, always Chili's. Like, you should have my order saved. That's a thing. Okay, wait. Have you ever done that? I did it with I think I did it with Damien or a passport.
What?
I don't know. I kept a notes list in my phone of like all the places that he liked to eat or we go to eat, and I always like wrote down like what they get.
That's really cute
at the restaurant.
I know you did that for Smoothie King. He loves Smoothie King.
He does love a Smoothie King.
You love Smoothie. Smoothie King's amazing.
It is really good.
I wish it was
consistent.
Here. Is it here in California?
No. Oh, I don't know. I just think like doing small things, like
communicating.
Communicating. If you got to throw in a little phone thing here and there, we don't do that anymore. But
wait, what?
A little phone thing.
Okay.
Yeah, a little phone thing. You gotta do what you gotta do though, because the days are long and
and you're a mom. You're a super mom.
Yeah, we don't do the thing anymore. I'm trying to go to sleep. I don't have time for that. The thing definitely stopped
when I'm
tired. Like I want to go to bed. It'll be here when you get home.
I've never done that.
No, it's awkward. It's so awkward. I just think, I don't know.
I'm just an awkward person too, though.
Me too.
I'm like,
me too, 100%.
I'm like such a nerd. I'm like, we can't do that. We're like, I'm like, what if someone's listening?
They're tapping into my camera. You like put a piece of tape over your camera.
No, that's absurd.
No, I feel that it is very uncomfy. I'm okay never doing it again in my life.
I've just heard so many horror stories, like stuff like that, or photos. Like I've heard so many horror stories about that I just can't do it. It's so much more stressful than.
My thing is, I already have a hard time taking a selfie.
Yeah,
of just my face.
Yeah,
you think I'm gonna put together a whole like
ensemble
or lack thereof? Speaking of ensemble and lack thereof, how about Mr. Kanye West and Miss Bianca Censori?
That was a great transition. Can we just talk about how good that was? It worries me. That's
my one thing about that, is that it lacked some dimension.
Okay, expand.
I needed a landing strip or a little bush or something. It was just flat.
So is that what you think?
Flat.
So you think?
I think it was absolutely crazy.
Yeah. No, yes.
But if you're going to be like, I don't see the art, I'm assuming he's like, oh, it's art. Like a woman's body is art for 100%.
Yeah.
For him to be like this creative mind and he didn't even think of a bush.
Where's the bush at? No, sorry.
It's falling flat for me.
We cannot.
It's falling flat.
Didn't they just leave after too?
Apparently the whole goal was just to do the red carpet and to have people talking about it.
Here
like
are my boobies. Peace. Okay. On that note though, would you let your man tell you what you can or cannot wear?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
What?
Stupid question.
Stupid question. I mean, if I was looking crazy, like if Ben was like, Cam, I don't like your outfit. Not like it's inappropriate or anything, but like I just don't like how it's making you look. Would you take that into consideration, or would you be like, boy, bye?
Okay, so this is like, I ask him a lot what he thinks of outfits, but if he really gives his true opinion, half the time I'm like, just say you like it, and I'm gonna walk out the door.
I'm doing this as a courtesy.
Yeah. Or just tell me what I want to hear, basically.
But what if you actually did look crazy and
no, then I would want him. Also, I trust my fashion sense enough to be like, okay, girl, is this too much? No, okay, so I posted in a sheer top and like a bra the other day, and people were commenting, they're like, we see those A cups. I'm like, thank you.
Not the A cups.
I'm an A cup, yeah. I respect it. I love being an A cup. I would
jealous.
Never. I cried when I was younger when I got my period because I thought my boobs would get big.
Oh,
I know, isn't that sad? But anyways,
I love
my boobs.
No,
but
I love that.
But Ben was like, you can post it, but people are gonna say stuff. I'm like, I don't care.
Oh, so he was like giving you a warning, but he wasn't like.
He's more cautionary,
okay,
than anything, I guess. But
okay,
I'm like, I just did Sports Illustrated. What do you?
Right.
He was there clapping in the background.
You looked fire.
It was so fun.
You looked so freaking good.
It was.
That was the first thing I saw when I opened my Instagram, and I was like,
that's not even. Hopefully, there's better photos than that, because that's not even.
That wasn't even the best one. Okay, flex.
No, I'm not trying to sound, but like you look through all the photos you take in that day, and we shot like, I swear, 20 different bikinis. They're like, we shot 5 more bikinis with you, or more than that, than anyone else, because I was just flinging those things. You go into a little tent and you just fling them on and off.
It was giving America's Next Top Model.
No, but it was.
Did you watch that show?
Yes, I love that show. I did work really hard before I ate. Usually you never see me eating like a salad or anything. I was eating salads. A lot of asparagus. Apparently that's good for prepping for a photo shoot. Yeah.
You looked fire for Sports Illustrated.
Thank you. It was so fun. It was like the best day ever. But basically the Sports Illustrated shoot was me, probably like 8 other female athletes. And we all shot in Boca, Florida. And this was actually probably 4 months post-op from my knee.
So you got 4 months prep?
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically. So, and that's not a lot of time, actually. Like, I wish I had more, but it was amazing. And I worked really hard before.
What was the like build up? Like, what are you eating, not eating? Because especially being post-op, like how much are you able to work out? Like, are you just on your floor doing like crunches just with your leg in the air? Like, what are you doing?
No, literally. So actually when I was prepping for it, I was finishing my degree at Stanford. I was driving an hour into the city every day, San Francisco, to get to my rehab place. Prepping for that, I was doing so much, but I really just had to like plan out like when I was eating specifically. Usually I'm pretty lax about, I truly eat everything, but I actually like was consistent then. I incorporated more greens, which I need to do more of now. I felt great going into the shoot because I actually was.
Isn't that funny how that is when you feel good when you eat vegetables?
Exactly, and it works. Yeah.
Who thought of that?
But it was such a cool experience, and I'm so glad I did it. And it's like really fun to actually feel really good about your body. And I'm really proud that I did it that soon after my knee because it's really hard to get into shape and get like toned after a surgery where you're just like laying around for weeks, like not doing any cardio. I couldn't do any cardio.
Yeah, I mean, you looked fire, and it's kind of like stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
I'm like, if they ask me again, I'm like, I'm not going through all that again. I'm just gonna.
I don't know if you want to talk about it, but I remember once you mentioned like how I don't know if you ever insecure about like how fit and skinny you are, but you met. I don't know if you did or I was talking to someone and.
No, I for sure.
We were like, but skinny is in now, but it's not going to be like next year, because everyone's idea of the perfect body changes. You have the BBL days and then skinny girl days and all this kinds of stuff. So like when you're getting the comments like, oh, you're too skinny or da 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 da. Because I mean, we see it all over the place in social media. People are always commenting about like your body, and just hearing how you're talking about how you felt so comfortable and you're confident, and like as you should be, because again, you look working amazing.
I love you.
How has that process been for you, and like coming into your own and like just owning how your body is and stuff like that?
Every woman is told, oh my gosh, this is like such a heavy topic, but it's true. Every woman's told they're either this or too much of this or too much of that.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm like so glad it kind of finally feels like we're getting to a place where it's okay just to like accept your baseline.
Yeah.
And like my baseline is that like I can work really hard to gain 10 more pounds, but I wouldn't feel good. Especially I think about it in a way of like performance. I was eating more greens and, eating some things like differently. Like I would do a little bit less carbs getting ready for Sports Illustrated, but I never decreased my protein intake. I was still hitting, almost 3,000 calories a day, which I'm eating more when I'm conditioned. Like, I don't know, a lot goes into it, but I think I know that this is just like my body type and this is how I feel best when playing basketball. If I'm lugging around another 10 pounds, for me, that just doesn't feel good because I'm a quick player. I don't know. So when people are commenting like this, that, you need to put on some pounds. I'm like, I'm the one that's playing in my body and I know what it feels like. I've tried.
Yeah.
And it's just like
you don't get bullied around out there. There. Oh, you are a feisty.
I'm the one fouling everybody.
You are feisty.
I'm like, have you seen me playing? I'm on the bench because of foul trouble.
I think that's just
like
knowing you.
Yeah,
like
I mean,
seeing that.
Okay, so I ran into Candace Parker in Paris actually, and she said the best thing, it was like, just do what feels best and don't let people say you need to gain weight. Just tell them you need to gain strength. And it's completely different because gaining weight, you may be putting on fat, which isn't a bad thing, but you want to put on muscle, and just eating a ton, that's like not the answer. It's just about putting in the work and getting stronger.
Yeah.
So.
No, I've loved.
Thank you for asking that. That was nice.
No, I mean, because a lot of people look at you and they're like, you look amazing, you're fire, but they don't know that like you've had struggles with your body image. Just like everyone has. Like,
I think being tall was the hardest part.
Yeah. Okay.
Just like it's really when you're growing up. Remember, like on a other episode, I was like, oh my God, if they posted a birthday picture for me when I was 18, I would be so mad because I felt like that was my awkward stage. And I'm like so thankful I've like grown into my height. I'm not like that lanky tall girl anymore, which I still am. But I just like, you truly do grow to like be comfortable. No, in your body.
You are meant to be tall. If anyone's meant to be an Amazon,
really have
it's
some
you,
awkward tall phases though. Like it's hard for tall girls. We're just like, always taller than the guys. Don't even talk about
shoes or being tall as like a 10-year-old. I'm gonna walk around with stilettos on. Like they don't make shoes for 10-year-olds with our shoe size.
No, they don't.
But anyways, the Grammys just happened and we talked about Kanye and Bianca, which there's that. But then there's also our girl T Swift. And I think that from my aspect, she's gotten a lot of love from the Black community. Like I've always been like noticed her, but she was really turning up for Kendrick Lamar, and as like the whole room was when he was getting his awards and dancing and vibing out to everyone.
Favorite. I love him.
What are your thoughts on that?
I love Taylor Swift, but I actually believe that the artists get hammered there because at the ESPYs we were all hammered. Yes, I didn't
get drunk at the ESPYs. I missed out on that.
I was drunk with Aubrey Plaza in the back. She was handing like playing cards out to everyone and having them sign them. She's hilarious.
Love that.
So I believe it. I believe that they're getting lit for sure.
I went to ESPYs with Stefan when he won Athlete of the Year,
something like that.
He won like 2 awards.
He's won too much to count.
And I was not drunk, so I would like a redo.
It was fun. It was fun. And then we went on stage and we were like clapping for like we were doing like some air clapping. Talk about white woman dance. We were all like, we were all doing the sidestep clap to like
commercial,
some Title IX
like
thing.
Gap dancing where they're like,
yeah, literally that's what it was. It was so awkward. So we were like, we need some shots before this. So yeah,
But I feel
like so awkward.
I feel like Taylor Swift has always just been that like girl who is just, no matter where she is, she's just like, yeah, this is so awesome. Like,
no, she's a sweetheart. I actually feel like she's such a nice human.
Yeah, but Taylor, like, she's always dancing for everyone, cheering for everyone. Doechii, Chapel Roan.
I love Doechii.
Chapel Roan. Yeah. Billie, like, she's just Beyonce. Like, she's just up there.
She seems like a true girl's girl.
I even saw she like ran over to Alicia Keys' son and like started dancing with him in the crowd. Like that probably just made his whole life.
True.
But who is the Taylor Swift of the W?
That's a great question. I would actually say Natasha Cloud. You know her.
I love her.
She's the best.
Sad that she's not with the Mercury anymore.
Yeah. So for context, she was with the Mercury and now she's with the Sun.
Hope she does well. She fit the Mercury vibe. She like honestly, anytime I saw her, she was like smiling.
She's
laughing.
The nicest. I remember one of my first times going out after a game was with her.
Oh, really?
In Arizona.
You told me that y'all had a fun night.
It was fun. And she was just like, she's just so nice. So yeah, I would say it's her. She's just always hyping people up.
I think it's her voice. She has that like raspy, like like goofy, like
she's
voice.
Very goofy. Yeah. So yeah, I've always like, she's been like the coolest. But honestly, we have so many hype women. So
yeah,
we're a close league. It's great.
That's one thing about the W with the girls.
The girls have each other's backs. On that note of friends, who is a celeb that you think you would actually like get along with really well?
A celeb?
Yeah.
Off the top of my head, definitely Zendaya. I was just laughing because I was scrolling on social and she took Tom Holland, her fiance. To like a family function in Oakland.
Oh.
And it was like being around my family. Like they were calling him Spider-Man because he's like the token white guy, and so you're gonna get a nickname off bat. Like especially if the family likes you, you're gonna get a nickname.
They're gonna poke fun at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he was just like, But anyway, it's not about him. It's about Zendaya. I just think like she's so relatable, and even though we don't know a lot about her, like I love a little bit of mystery in someone.
No, she just seems genuine. Like she's not doing too much ever.
Yeah, I think she'd be a lot of fun. What about you?
This is top of mind because I've been watching the show and obsessed with it. It's called Special Forces, and a bunch of celebrities go on it and compete. It's like army training, basically. Cam Newton's on it, people like that.
Really? Why haven't I heard of this?
It's really good. And I actually want to do it. I feel like actually I probably wouldn't get through it. So like most people quit. It's insane.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch it anyways.
It's hardcore. But basically, I bring that up because I'm obsessed with Kayla Nicole. Her true colors come out on the show, and she's so like nice. Like there was this one challenge, and she was the only person to like save other hostages, where other people, basically you have to watch the show. But she is really, I feel like she's really dope, and I would get along with her.
I mean, I don't know a lot about her. She liked my Instagram post the other day, so shout out to her. I really appreciate the like. It made me feel cool.
But you should watch the show. That's also something like I could see myself doing, is a show like that.
What about Naked and Afraid? I don't know why I just thought of that. You know that they made a dating show out of that show?
Did they?
Girl, yes.
Okay, this is also a side note from that show, but someone told me this story once. They wanted to cast someone like that on a show like Survivor or something like Naked and Afraid. But they wanted this girl to break up with her boyfriend before she went on the show so that she could be casted as like the ditzy single blonde girl.
Are they trying to reenact Love is Blind?
Yeah, I'm like, why? So she was like, no, I'm not doing the show because I'm not breaking up with my boyfriend.
Good for her. Stand on your ground.
Stand on your business.
Stand on your ground.
Yeah.
Speaking of Kayla, she went on a podcast and she was asked like, what was the pettiest thing you've ever done? And she said that I don't know the exact parameters around it, but she said that she dressed up as a guy that it was either her ex or it was someone that she was talking to. She dressed up as his current girlfriend at the time. And then the social media warriors went to work and allegedly found out that it was Teyana Taylor. And then social media went up into a roar about how like half people were saying that it was, I mean, the question was, what's the pettiest thing you've ever done?
Yeah, she was being honest.
But like people were like, well, why are you so worried about him if he was with Tiana? Like, I don't know. People get mad over anything, but.
She's like a very famous person.
Who? Teyana?
Yeah.
She's fire.
I love her.
She is out of this world, and she's funny.
And she's abs.
She's got ass. She's got that too. Abs and ass. Like I think she's so underrated.
She is. I love her music.
I think she's so underrated. Like she should be.
Yeah, she said it was petty. I don't know why people.
Kayla, what she did was petty, and I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all.
Just do it if you get a laugh out of it. Whatever. Straight to Cam is presented by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the best place to get real money on your sports action. You just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a chance to win up to 1,000 times your cash.
All-Star Weekend is almost here, and Prize Picks is the best place to win cash while watching your favorite players during the game and the Saturday night events, like the 3-point contest with Stefan.
Tuesdays are my favorite day, not only because Straight to Cam episodes drop every Tuesday, but also Prize Picks discounts select player projections up to 25% to provide even more value for your lineups.
Prize Picks puts their members first, so all the withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. Between taking care of my kids and being a content creator, my life is super busy. But when my picks hit, I get my money in as quick as 15 minutes. For my picks today, I'm going to pick Stefan for more than 26.5 points, Kawhi Leonard for more than 18.5 points, and Tyrese Halliburton for more than 17 points.
So download the app today and use code CAM to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Yes, I said it. Use code CAM to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup.
Prize Picks, run your game. Would you fly out to meet a man for the first time? And if you did get flown out or flued out, as some say.
Flued out.
What are the rules? Are there rules? I've never been flued out, whatever the word is. But I have rules. If you were to happen to me.
I've never been either, and I don't see myself. When I was single, I would never see myself doing it because men just scare me.
So if a bestie came up to you and was like, "All right, I've been talking to this man. I'm gonna go meet him." What would you give her some rules? Like, you need to do this, and this before you go.
The first obvious one is that he needs to have money, which sounds shallow.
He needs to have money.
Yeah.
For sure. I would say she needs to, like, you need to have some money an emergency fund just in case some shit goes down.
Oh, 100%. Like you need to get yourself a room or.
Yeah, because I've heard some really scary stories of like girls getting like some guy flying them out to them, and then it goes horribly wrong. But they're stuck because they don't have enough money to buy a plane ticket. That should be
its own rules. Just make him get you a hotel room.
I mean, he got to pay for everything. You got to pay for everything. Yeah. You need to make sure you got your funyuns. Your munions. Is that what they say? Munyon? Funyon? I don't know how they say it. I don't know how to use it. But my other rule is like send me your location.
Yeah, 100%.
For sure. And then there's also that view of like, okay, you get flown out, but you don't want to put out. Like you have literally no, what's the word? Like you don't need to put out. If you're going to get flown out by a guy, like you don't need to give it up. However, that needs to be discussed beforehand.
I think women should always do that.
Yeah.
And men. Like I'm not comfortable with this. Like I said before, I'm huge on consent, which sounds funny, but it's true. You have to tell people what you want, or else I don't understand why people live in this like gray area. That could I am so to the point and need things to be clear in relationships.
For sure.
Specifically. So yeah, that should definitely be discussed. Just so it's not awkward when you get there in person.
But also you don't know how they're going to react. Like I'm scared. I'm scary. One thing about me is that I am scary. So like I'm scared all the time. In my mind, I'm going to think of like the worst possible things that could happen. And if I'm like, I don't really want to have sex with you, and you get mad, like, are you going to like tear the room apart? Or are you going to like leave me on the side of the road? Like men you don't never know. Like you could think you know someone and then you don't give them what they want, and then.
Because also, like you said, you don't even know what this is the first day that we're talking about. Like, that's so scary. You have no idea who this person is.
Are they even going to show up? Now it's giving catfish.
Yeah,
lots. There's too many question marks. So
it just scares me in general.
For me, no. I would never be flown out. Thank you, Damien.
Okay, well, I should ask you this because I have never done this. What are the rules to dating a professional athlete then? Or being with them?
My thing is, as soon as you ask me that question, I'm like, if you have to have rules, I'm not gonna date.
That's the first issue.
That's my first red flag. Like, why are we setting rules?
I guess like before you dated Damien. Well, he was still in college when you
he was
out of college.
He was prepping for the draft.
Yeah. So before knowing he was a professional athlete, were you like, okay, are there any red flags I have to absolutely check for before I start talking to him? Or were you just like, he seems like a good enough guy?
You're all right. Let's go.
Yeah, why not try it out?
No, I didn't. Like, there was just no drama. So like if there was any hint of like an issue or drama, first of all, I didn't know that Damien would like, I knew he had hoop dreams, but I didn't really know he had like hoop dreams, you know? So I didn't go into the relationship like, okay, like what are the rules? Or like there was no.
Yeah.
I had a very short leash when it came to athletes because I've been in those relationships where it's just been really toxic.
Mm-hmm.
And so if he would have shown one sign of it being like
that,
a red flag or a toxic situation, then I wouldn't have even pursued it any longer.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, people like, I don't feel like there are rules in the sense where some people like put up with other things that I wouldn't put up with.
It's truly individual.
Yeah, and that thing got nothing to do with me.
But that's what's so good about, even though exes suck, but it's good to figure out what you do and don't want. That's like the best.
Yeah. People think it's crazy that I got married at such an early age. I got married at 23.
Yeah.
But I'd been in like...
People think it's crazy I'm engaged. I'm like...
First
time's
of all,
relative.
I'm from North Carolina. We get married.
Yeah, what's it to you?
But no, like I had been in relationships since I was 16.
Same.
Most all of my relationships went over a year, and so I learned a lot of stuff with my ex-boyfriends. And when I got to meet Damien, I like knew what I wanted and what I didn't want. I've been through a traumatic relationship that will teach you a whole lot of stuff really fast
about what you do and don't want, about yourself.
Yeah. And so at that point, but when it comes to dating professional athletes, I would give the advice to like know your worth.
Mm-hmm.
and to not like you don't have to put up with a lot of stuff. But if you want to, hey,
go ahead.
That's
it's your life.
You
live it the way you want. That's the moral of this podcast, this show. Do what you want.
Just don't bring that over here.
Nope, stay over there. I'm glad my parents allowed me to date in high school because I think it did help me going into college and then after.
When can you start dating? What age?
16.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which I feel like a lot of people aren't allowed to date until they're a little older.
That was normal, but I'm seeing a lot of 12-year-olds
in middle school.
That's and girlfriends.
Insane. No, middle school was crazy. I heard some at my middle school.
Clearly,
they were wilding out.
Yeah,
they were
clearly,
doing some crazy
you
stuff.
had your little boyfriend that you like eat lunch with at school.
Yeah, but nothing like I didn't. No one wanted to touch me with a 10-foot pole.
My dating age was 16.
Same
too. So,
but okay, so I say that because I'm glad it helped me. I'm like, thank you, mom and dad, for not being strict and then making me go crazy later on, you know? So you were allowed to date from a young age too. From dating, what did you learn that you were like, I can't put up with this? Like, what are the biggest things?
Like the red flags that I got from my relationships? When they start accusing you of something that you're not doing, they're most likely doing it too, like themselves.
That's so crazy.
That's like the biggest one.
That's never happened to me.
No?
Yeah.
You are blessed.
Yeah.
Because that will drive you crazy because you're like, wait, where is this coming from? Like, what? Like, why are you accusing me of I haven't done anything?
Because they feel guilty. Yeah.
Yeah. And, or like we were talking about, like, would you let your boyfriend, husband, whatever, like dictate what you wear? Like I had a boyfriend. I was out with some friends and I posted on Snapchat. And my button, I was wearing a romper out to the club.
A romper?
A romper. Ooh, whoa, getting a little risky there, Sydel. And it had like a few buttons and like the top button just kept like popping open. And you could see like a little bit of top of my cleavage, but there was
and he
more
got
buttons.
mad at
and
you
he
for
was
that?
Like screenshotted it and like sent it to me like, oh, you're out here like showing off your titties. And I'm like, bro, I'm just... First of all, I'm too drunk for this right now.
That's absurd.
So it's just like stuff like that
absurd.
where they're like nitpicking every single thing. I also once had a boyfriend who I was ignoring, the same boyfriend. All these stories about the same ex-boyfriend, who I was ignoring him, and he tried to sign into my iCloud account to see where I was.
That's actually scary. I'm sorry.
It was insane. So, I mean, like, I've been through some stuff in these past relationships to
I've not been anything through anything like that. I would like, no, I've never experienced anything like that. Definitely like you blocking them on one thing and then they like find some other way to talk to you, but not the iCloud. That was
nuts.
Is he like a hacker or something? Like,
well, I don't know. I just kept getting like these alerts, like
that someone's trying to log in.
Was trying to happen, and I'm like,
piss off.
Creepy.
Yeah. What the hell?
I don't know. There's just small things like that. Well, I guess that's not small, but they tend to build up, and
those are I thought you were gonna have something a little bit more. Those are like hell no's.
By the time I got to Damien, he probably was scared of me. I'm like, don't even try it.
Don't even try it. He's the nicest human, though. He would
problems.
never.
Let's get into some good bump, which is our segment where we talk about all things that's happening in the sports world. And obviously, one of the biggest things that happened this last week was the Luka and AD trade. And first of all, before we get into our comments about that, can you explain to the girls what that trade looks like? Can you cam-splain it to me?
Cam-splain. Put it in girl terms.
Yeah.
Yes. So I actually liked your example, what you said earlier. You said trading Destiny's Child for TLC, which that's a little bit older of a reference for me. No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
The shit. I'll throw this pillow at you.
I don't even really know.
You know what's crazy? I saw somewhere, I think on X or whatever, someone was like, I tried talking to my little cousin about Destiny's Child, and they were like, Beyonce was in a girl group?
Yeah. See, like Destiny's Child, I know what it is, but when were they together as a group? I don't even know. I don't know the lore.
Are you serious right now? What is your question? I don't even know how to answer this question.
Okay, well,
what is your question about this Destiny's Child?
I know Beyonce was the head of the group. I don't know the other people.
Kelly Rowland.
Okay.
Told y'all I was gonna bump like this.
Okay.
And Michelle Williams.
See, you don't even No.
She wasn't just in a Broadway show. I do know that.
Okay, basically.
Do you know the song Cater to You?
No.
Cameron Brink.
I don't know it. Wait, how's it go?
Let me cater to you.
No.
Are you kidding me?
You're shocked right now. I don't know it.
You've never seen like the classic performance of them performing that on BT when they're giving. Okay, I understand that, but when they're giving the lap dance,
I was not cultured growing up. I was watching.
Your mother's
SpongeBob.
Shelley Brink.
True. Yes, we love Mary J. Blige in that household. That's a ringtone for my dad. It's really cute.
What is it?
Ain't nobody gonna treat you better. I'm gonna go off, Shelley. Yeah. No one will treat my dad better.
I love Mary J. Blige.
Really cute.
That's hilarious.
Okay.
I'm actually really upset.
I'm sorry.
I feel like I just let everyone down by not knowing. It's like it's my fault.
You kind of are my older sister, so yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well,
that's your fault. I'm going to put it on you.
Wow, I don't have the time right now to camsplain Destiny's Child to you.
I feel bad.
You should.
I'll do my research later.
I'll send you some songs.
With Benjamin.
What's another way that you can camsplain us as trade?
I would say for the girls, a bag reference is a Birkin for a double flap Chanel.
I like that.
Which is really specific. And that's my take, because I think a lot of people have been saying it's like Sephora makeup for Ulta makeup or something like that. But I think it's a pretty equal trade.
I wouldn't say equal.
Not equal, but
I wouldn't like
equal. I love AD.
No,
Anthony
yeah.
Davis,
I think Anthony Davis AD is getting like a lot of flack, which one just goes to show how big of a player that Luka is.
Mm-hmm.
However, AD isn't like washed up. Like,
no,
I think the last game he played for the Lakers, he had like 40, 45 and 23. Like,
so that's why I can't stand the AD hate. No more AD hate.
But it was a huge thing. Like, it's one of those
I still don't fully understand.
It's one of those things.
If I'm being honest, I don't understand why.
It's one of those things that will go down as like, where were you the day Luka got traded?
Oh no. Okay, wait. So I FaceTimed Damien and my parents. He was staying with my parents when they played the Blazers. My parents live in Oregon. And wait, you tell it how someone told him?
No.
A fan? Oh. What were you going to say?
Go ahead.
Well, I was going to tell the story of how a fan was yelling at Damien and showed him his phone, and that's how Damien found out.
Yeah.
And then he went up to the ref apparently and was like, did you see this
he was
is
in the
thing?
game when that happened
and
too.
Then the ref was like, no, like you're joking, Damien. Like that's not a thing. So no one saw it coming.
Everyone thought it was like that Shams got hacked. Shams is the I don't want to butcher his last name, so I'm not even gonna try.
Yeah.
He's the ESPN, like he's the new Woj, Adrian Wojnarowski. Does that say his name right?
I think he did.
We miss Woj, but he's the new Woj bomb. Okay. Shams is. And I was laying in bed. Damien was playing at the time, and he's like the only one that I go to really like to talk basketball, like that I know is going to respond to me. Like obviously I texted Callie, who we mentioned her a lot in this pod, but Callie is my sister-in-law. She's also like
my sister, my manager.
Yeah, like just heavily involved in both of our lives.
Yeah.
And probably the biggest sports girly
she knows everything.
Ever meet. Like she knows literally everything. So no doubt about it, a billion people were texting her about it. Also because of the connection that Seth and her had with the Mavs, because they go back there every like two years. They get traded back there. So no one, I had no one to talk to. And I was just sitting there by myself in bed. Like,
should have texted me.
I should have. I'm sorry.
I wouldn't add anything.
You told me not to text you.
What are you talking about? No, that's not true.
No, I'm just kidding. I should have. I just was like, I was shook. I was shook to the core. And so yeah, like that was nuts. Like the past 2-3 weeks has been nuts with all the trades,
the W trades, the MNBA trades.
Okay, MNBA. That's what I call equality.
MNBA.
I'm actually just so happy that it's over though, because I haven't been able to get an answer out of my husband about anything about life at all
because of the trade.
Because of the trades.
Okay.
Like I was talking with my sister-in-law Aisha, and she wanted to get some girls done. And I was like, oh, I think Damien got some girls like for your teeth done in the Bay. Let me like ask him you know, where he got his done, I was like, hey, did you get your grills done in the Bay? And he was like, grills? I was like, for your teeth. He goes, OMG, these trades are crazy like that. I said, did my question just fly? Did it disappear?
That's when you go back and emphasize
Did I send it in invisible?
Yeah.
Like, the trades are still going to be there. He used to.
Does he wear
Then he got Invisalign. They don't fit anymore. But anyways, I'm happy to have my husband back and be able to like get some questions answered. Yeah. It's been crazy.
So it's done now. All the trades are done now.
Well, now all the trades are done. The only way that players and teams can change is through buyouts, which like, so any player that's been waived or doesn't have a contract right now, or in the G League. G League players can start
so different from the
10 days.
It's crazy.
And players who have been waived during this trade deadline or during the point of the season can be picked up by any other teams. So
it's so different from the W.
What's
with the, I guess like someone's cord and then you could buy them out. But is that the same thing?
Cord?
What do you mean buy out? So like if a team cores a player, that means like they have to stay there or they have to like trade someone from their roster to get them, if that makes sense. The W is just confusing on how
honestly the MNBA is confusing too, because with the new CBA that came out last summer, which I don't know what CBA stands for.
Collective bargaining agreement.
Thank you.
Yes,
I was over here with the new collective bargaining agreement for the MNBA. There's just like so many different rules and so many different things that's going on, so it's hard to keep up. But we're here to try to cam-splain it too.
Well, we're learning as
we go on. We'll cam-splain some more of it.
Yes,
as we learn ourselves. Another big trade we had recently is Jimmy to the Warriors, and from what I've been seeing on social and catching everyone's temp about that in Warrior world, there's some big personalities in that locker room with
for sure
Draymond and Jimmy, which I don't know.
I think they'll get along.
Yeah, I think they'll get along. I mean, if you look at it in like signs, you got a Pisces and a Virgo in the locker room. We got two Pisces. Sorry. We got two Pisces and a Virgo in the locker room. And I will be the first to tell you that I am not kept abreast on the specifics of signs.
I was just about to say that. You're going to have to cam-splain the signs to me.
I really don't know. I just found out recently that my brother is a Pisces and I've known him for 30 years. So we're all learning something together. However, Draymond has obviously a strong personality. Like he's the heart. They call him the heart of the team
for sure.
And then you have Jimmy, who I think just recently, I don't remember him being like known to be like, he has an outward like an extrovert. He's
definitely like theatrical.
Yeah, but I don't remember him causing much problems, despite like, you know, wanting to be traded and all this stuff that's been happening. So I think it'll be interesting to see like how they play out.
I hope it works out because I'm going to be at most of those games cheering for them with you. Sitting in the box with our drinks from the little family room. That's my favorite part.
I know, right?
I'm honestly...
And I'm all like, I don't really want to go to the games because I can't drink.
That's what we really care about, you guys. We love Steph. It's about supporting Steph endlessly.
And getting a vibe.
Yeah. And going to the game and looking cute.
But I actually really hate the slander that Stephen gets online when people are like, he needs to be this kind of leader. He needs to do this kind of thing. And
he's like, a great leader.
Yeah. I don't think a bad leader gets 4 rings.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Count them, people. Crazy. Mine's your fault.
I think when it comes to any type of conflict or whatever's happening on the team, the way Stephen shows his leadership is that he's always able to meet people where they're at and like see them for who they are and like kind of be on the same level as them as far as like bringing them down a little bit. And that's where his type of leadership shines the most. People might not think that that's obviously, you can't see it, so it's underestimated how important that is. But every team that's been successful and that's won multiple championships and stuff like that, they have someone in the locker room, whether they're playing 30 minutes a game or they're playing 0 minutes a game, that is very level-headed, can, you know, bring the team together, refocus everyone on the main goal, which I think is what Stephen does. Is like, okay, we all come from different backgrounds, we all have a different level of playing, we all have a different way that we approach the game, but like, that's all we have the same goal, and that's to win. And so I'm looking forward to seeing how he continues to manage all of the personalities in the locker room, and hopefully get. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that because I also want the Phoenix Suns and the Hornets to win.
Yep. We just hope they all do well.
3,
3, please. No,
can you get 3 rings?
On that
year?
note, though, I also feel like people forget it's not like the star players' jobs to like manage other people.
Yeah,
I don't know, and obviously he's not doing that. But when a player is a pro, like everyone handles themselves, and people conduct themselves in different ways.
That's the other thing.
But like we're not.
Yeah,
no one's gonna be babysitting anybody.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
You
Is
know?
like at the end of the day, they're all professionals, and that's part of the job. Is to be
their time together is together, but when they're apart, I mean, in the W, we're doing our own thing.
Yeah, it's important. You need to have the same way we're talking about like relationships, and you don't need to be around them all the time. How important it is on a team to have your own life and to do your own thing.
Yeah, it's completely different from college. Like I'll say, like in college, you're very, I guess, as a team captain, you're held accountable for everyone else, but you're not held accountable for people in the pros.
Yeah,
you're like, okay, like. You may not be on a roster next year if you keep doing that.
Yeah,
you know?
Facts.
Speaking of real professionals,
facts.
Asia Wilson just came out with her new shoe, and I think it's fire.
It's pink, right?
It's pink, which I love, and I'm just happy for her. Like she works very hard, and she gets a lot of slack from people.
About what?
I don't even know, but like she just she's the best player in the league, like. You are held to a different standard. So I'm happy that she, the shoe came out. It looks great. Like it looks really good. And yeah, so I'm just happy for her. And it reminds me, we sat courtside together in Paris, which was very fun.
She's just real like bubbly, like happy.
She's just like a very nice person. Yeah. So we sat next to each other and she was just giving me great advice, honestly. Just talking about the importance of finding your people, especially on your team, 2 people that you can lean on, which is different. As a pro, you kind of feel like you have less people in your immediate circle. I guess it's hard to leave straight from college and have like your normal village and all the coaches. Like it's different going straight into the league and it all being different, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And so her point was find 2 people and, go to them with everything on the team, which is helpful. We were sitting next to each other courtside in Paris, and we really weren't even watching the game. We were just having a good time. And then she had to leave to go to a fashion show, which I also love. Girl, she can do it all. Yeah. Go to a fashion show, go sit courtside at a game. It's a huge flex, actually.
I mean, you do that.
I didn't go straight from the courtside game to a show. That's pretty crazy. That's awesome.
Well, how you look at her, I'm looking at you like, dang. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. Well, okay, so I bring that all up though because it just makes me think of when I was deciding what shoe brand to go with. And it was definitely, it felt like being recruited to like play in college.
Yeah.
That's kind of what
That's
it felt
exciting.
Like. It was fun. It was really exciting. So about 4 different brands are sending you all of their products. Shoes are stacked. I remember shoes were stacked to bend ceiling.
What do you do with all of the ones that
donate them? Because that's the thing that sucks. I had a couple pair of Jordans that I really liked, but I ended up just giving away.
Especially because like your dad, like I mean, y'all have been a Nike family for like ever. Your dad was what was he?
He was CFO
of Nike for years.
Yeah, my mom was super involved in especially women's sports.
Yeah, so y'all were racking up them Nike.
We were
that Nike merch.
No, but that's the weird thing is like I really didn't have an issue like knowing what New Balance stands for and what they do. I did not have an issue being like, I'm gonna go a different direction because most Nike kids, when you're a Nike kid, like. I don't know. My parents, I wasn't allowed to wear any other brands of shoes growing up.
It's like a cult.
They were, they were very serious about it. You can't wear any Sambas, any Adidas shoe.
Yeah.
So it's funny how quick we all switched over when New Balance offered me my deal.
Oh, yeah.
Because we love them, first of all. And it was just the best option for me in my career. And like, it was funny. My parents were both retired at that point too. So they're like, bon voyage, like bye, we don't care.
They're free agents too.
Yeah,
I love that you're the only girl girl.
Yeah, female basketball player. Yeah, which I mean, we want more on the roster
for sure.
So,
but you opened up a whole path.
There's something to be said about being one of one with the brand and they're actually putting everything into you. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, I am biased, but I feel like I align with them really well. Mm-hmm. You know, and I'm glad I did that instead of going to a different brand and, you know, being one of many, I guess.
Yeah.
Which whatever you choose to do is great. But for me, it just worked out that way. So.
And eventually when they do sign another W player, if they do, like, that's just because of the relationship that you have and you're able to speak like positively about your relationship with New Balance and how well they treat you and all that kinds of stuff. And so, I mean, it'd be great. I mean, I love that you're the only one, but it'd also be great to see.
No, we want to see growth and we need to see more women with shoe deals.
Facts.
Because marketing wise, little girls are watching us.
Facts.
And
Darren only wears New Balance.
Really?
Yes, she does. She does.
We need to get her more.
So freaking cute. The little shoes. What are the dad sneakers?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
What are they called?
The wider bottoms. Yeah. Or the 550s.
The wider bottoms.
The wider bottoms.
She has like 4 pairs of those, and they're oh my god, I want to eat her.
Shelly picked those out.
I got her some black and some orange ones for like the Suns games and stuff.
She's so
freaking cute. Darren's my daughter.
Darren is the best, and Daxon, and this third baby.
I mean, I'm biased. Non-biased opinion. Before we wrap up and get into our notes of the day, what are you doing for Valentine's Day? Are we doing Galentine's Day? Are we making our own plans?
We should do a Galentine's Day together.
I've never done a Galentine's Day before.
I haven't either. And I feel like we're missing out.
I've never done Friendsgiving or Galentine's.
Okay, well, so we're both going to be in San Francisco for NBA All-Star.
Yes.
And I have work that day.
I was talking to your manager, Callie.
Miss Callie. Miss Callie Curry Rivers.
She was running down your schedule and I was like, God dang.
You want to come? What are you coming to?
Oh my gosh. But she said you wanted to do everything. So I'm like, you're young.
Well, okay. I want us to all go out on Valentine's Day together instead of doing dinner.
We'll figure it out. We'll do a Galentine's. Because my mom will be there. Is your mom going to be there?
No.
Oh. Callie will be there. Aisha will be there. I'll be there.
Yeah, we should do a girl thing.
Do you do Valentine's with Ben? Is that something that y'all celebrate?
Yeah, no, 100%. But it's not my favorite holiday. So the fact that it's going to be different this year, I'm not like upset about it.
Does he plan it or do you plan it?
Usually me, I guess. No, he'll plan it.
Okay. What is your ideal Valentine's Day?
Not dinner. I don't know.
No?
I don't love going out and sitting at a dinner for like 3 hours. That's just not.
So what would you rather do?
Probably like something more low key and then, I don't know, be in nature.
I thought you were going to say be naked. That dude. No, just kidding. Yeah,
not
you guys
being awkward about it. He's my fiance.
No, you guys are a very outdoorsy couple.
Yeah, it's mostly him. He was an Eagle Scout. Isn't that so? Hunger Games.
Anytime I hear Eagle Scout, I want to like throw up some kind of like sign or something like.
It's very nerdy.
Scout's honor. That's cute.
Yeah, he was. So he pushes me. I would say, yeah, doing something creative or being outside, but that's not going to happen this year because I'm working all day, and then we're supposed to be going to some.
Is he going to All-Star?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wait, do you have plans on Valentine's Day?
No, Stefan has an Under Armour party that night.
And you're going to that.
Damien, huh?
And you're going to that.
Yes.
Okay.
I think. Honestly, my ideal Valentine's Day would be like a potluck. Like we all just bring like food and drinks or whatever, and then we sit and like watch some kind of like reality TV show or something.
Bachelor.
Or I used to have vault nights with my two friends. Vault nights, where we would just come to one of our houses. It was me and my 2 other friends, and we would share like bottles of wine and just like talk about any and everything until like wee hours of the morning.
And it stays in that circle.
It does not move.
That's fun. That sounds like an ideal Valentine's.
That sounds like
or like a spa day.
Oh, I am a slut.
Are you okay?
For a spa day? I will drop everything.
We had in Arizona was so nice.
It was for my mom's birthday.
Yeah.
That was really nice.
That was a really nice day.
At Burke Williams in the city. I think they have one here, but I was just in San Francisco. Honestly, probably one of the best the best days of my
spa days are
my life.
Phenomenal.
It started with a bath, and then I got a prenatal massage, and then a facial.
Oh, prenatal massage.
Yeah. Oh my God, it was so good.
Okay,
throw me in a spa.
Literally leave me there for days.
For days.
No food, no water. I'm fine.
Just let me dry out on the table while they're massaging my crusty arm.
Yes.
Well, it'll be oiled up. But yeah.
Oiled up.
Oiled up like my mama.
Or Sonia says oil like.
Yeah. My mother is from, where's she from? Radford, Virginia. Shout out to Radford, Virginia. Oil. You got to throw something in for the moms every episode. Just to piss them off a little
Guitar. Love you.
Before we wrap up the show, we have some notes, and our notes segment is usually where we just come and we give our critiques about certain things. My note this week is, if you pull away from the house before your friend or whoever you dropped off gets in the house, you're sus.
Yeah, I 100% agree.
You should be jailed.
You should be jailed.
You should be jailed immediately. That is so mean.
Has that happened to you? It's definitely happened to me. I'm like, why are you didn't even want to see if I was okay getting in the house?
No. Like, do you care about my well-being at all?
Or like, if people don't wave to you as they drive away, I'm like a huge like, bye.
Honk.
Yeah, I know exactly. They just kind of like
do all that. Just make sure I like am not kidnapped.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone's done that to me before.
What?
Left
Kidnap
without
me? What?
No, left without
without saying,
without waiting till I got into the
house.
Left without waiting for me to get inside my house. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's ever done that to me before.
Would you? And you would never,
I would never.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
I would never.
Yeah.
I also think my other note,
if they're a dude, maybe I would just be like, bye.
My other note is that I think a dude is sus if he doesn't walk close to the road.
Yes.
If he lets me on the closer to the road.
I've had to coach Ben up on that because he just doesn't know, or he didn't know, but he fixed that.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. That wasn't important to me until I started dating Damien, and then he did that, and he would literally like pull me to the side, and I'm like,
so
bro,
cute.
are you good?
Yeah.
And then he's like, you're walking too close to the street. I'm like, oh, okay.
That was sweet.
So
saving my life. Guys just like to be dramatic like that. Though. Like, I'm okay.
Are you good? I just met you.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that is my note.
We talked about this in the last notes, but bringing up alcohol again, I promise I don't love to drink, you guys.
You really don't.
I don't. And along those lines, I think drunk words are sober thoughts.
You don't think people just be saying stuff when they're drunk?
I think I've had friends that they're way more drunk than I am, and they'll say something. I'm like, what? You mean that?
Like, whether you mean it or not, you mean it.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think sometimes, I think if you're really wasted, yeah, it's different. But yeah, I think the way the mind works, like if you're saying it, it's in that, like it's not just, you don't have an excuse for just being drunk to say something outlandish.
I mean, they call it liquid courage.
Just gave them the courage to say it. And I'm be like, I'm steering clear away from you because you mean that.
I agree.
That's my note, yeah.
Notes.
That's a wrap on episode 3 of Straight to Cam, a Wave original presented by Prize Picks. Make sure you listen, subscribe, and check us out wherever you get your podcasts.
Follow the show on all social media platforms at Straight to Cam to keep up with the best clips throughout the week.
See you next Tuesday.